Hello and welcome to Big Blue News. I'm your host, Cecily.
And I'm Sasha. Let's get right into the news.
At last Thursday's school committee meeting, Mr. Cashman was appointed to the position of Superintendent Designee and effective July 1st, 2025. He will become Superintendent of the Swampscott School District. The vote was unanimous, 5-0. The school committee briefly discussed the 2-hour-long interview with Mr. Cashman from the October 24th meeting and carefully considered each member's opinions before the chair, Glenn Pastor, called for a vote. We wish Mr. Cashman a successful career as a superintendent of the Swampscott School District.
For the past few days, 3 schools in the Essex County of Massachusetts have been participating in a teacher strike. Those communities include Marblehead, Gloucester, and Beverly Public Schools. These educators are fighting for new contracts, which is forcing many students out of the classroom. More than 10,000 students are not able to attend school. As of today, the strikes for all 3 schools continue, but if all 3 teachers' associations do not stop the strike, they could be fined $50,000, and each day the strike goes on, $10,000 will be added to the total fine. All schools have missed over a week of school, but according to some teachers, they say it's worth it. If the strike continues any longer, students may have to miss their February, April, and possibly even their summer break to make up for their missed days of school.
It's no news that the wildfires around Lynn have been a problem, but recently the fires have gotten even worse. As the fires has gotten even worse since we last reported on it, it has grown to over 550 acres of forest and even injured 2 firefighters in the process. As the fire doesn't seem to be slowing down, people are getting nervous for their own safety. Thankfully, we finally got some rain this morning, so hopefully the fires will die down some.
With the presidential election just ending, people have been forgetting about the big hurricanes that have happened recently in the Florida area. With Hurricane Helene happening at the end of September and Hurricane Milton happening just under a month ago, some people that were affected are still recovering. A neighborhood in the Tampa Bay area remained flooded a month after Milton. Residents in Bedford County still have significant damage to their houses.
For years, the quarry has been a point of contention in the Swampscott community. Its frequent use of explosive has led to outrage from the locals who, in turn, asked the town to sue the owner, Aggregate Industries, for disturbing and unconstitutional mining practices. Wholesome representatives said the proposed restrictions went too far and were unlawful and significantly hamper the community's ability to use its property. After a lengthy court battle, both sides settled on June 1st, 2024.
A retired Lynn teacher, 72-year-old Tom Creamer, returned to the Swampscott Post Office on Wednesday to officially meet the first responders who saved his life after he collapsed on the ground on a random August day. Kate Sheets, a fellow Lynn resident, was on the phone the day of Creamer's collapse, and when she found him, she called 911 to follow the instructions conducted by an operator to help keep him stable. There were 2 temporary fire lieutenants, Mike Salzgiver and Justin Ramstein, 1 police officer, Mike Kenyon, and a firefighter, Ariana Serra, who saved Creamer's life. Creamer is very grateful that these people were willing to help him get a second chance at life, and now he is fully recovered from the incident.
Arthur F. O'Neill, Jr., 78, passed away on October 25th at Kaplan Family Hospice House in Danvers. He was married to Dolly O'Neill for 55 years and lived in Swampscott. Born in Winthrop in 1946, he worked as an IBEW union electrician after high school. Arthur was a loving father to 3 children and enjoyed coaching them in sports. His grandchildren were everything to him. He coached varsity soccer and basketball at Swampscott High School for 30 years, positively influencing many young players. Arthur's faith was essential to him, and he shared kindness and love with everyone he met. He is remembered by his wife, children, grandchildren, and brother, leaving a legacy of warmth and care. Donations in his memory can be made to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute or CARE Dimensions. And now we will cut to the sports desk with CJ.
Cecily, now on to some sports. Congratulations to freshman Annabelle Averett. She placed second in D3A girls 5,000 meters for the Massachusetts State Cross Country Championship with a time of 18.53 seconds. The Big Blue football team hosted Bay Path RVT under the lights on Friday, November 8th, which resulted in a playoff victory for Swampscott with the final score of 28-14. The Minutemen's powerful run-heavy offense was held to just 2 touchdowns by the stout Big Blue defense. Early in the game, Gabe Tripp set the tone defensively with a touchdown-saving tackle, which was followed up by a defensive touchdown by Henry Beitler. Beitler also had a monster game on the ground, rushing for over 200 yards and a touchdown.
We're going to be seeing Beitler make his way up.
It's got to get his way up. He's going. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown.
Late in the first half, Nikhilin Davis hauled in a 37-yard screen pass, which he brought into the end zone to put the Big Blue up 7.
And he makes a move, makes another move, and he is in!
Coming out of halftime, sophomore quarterback John Von Bartle ran a 5-yard touchdown in for 6 to regain the lead. In the fourth quarter, Gabe Tripp brought in a game-sealing interception for the Big Blue.
And it's going to be picked up and intercepted.
Last Saturday, the Big Blue went on the road to face the 2-seeded Stoneham Spartans in the Elite Eight. They pulled off the upset 13-7 to advance to the Final Four thanks to a game-winning touchdown by senior Jay Demelowitz. Swampscott will face Fairhaven at 4 o'clock on Saturday at Milford High School. That's it for sports.
We thank you for joining us on this episode of Big Blue News. We wish everyone a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Tune in next time and be sure to like and subscribe.